beautiful it is.
Oh wow. Good evening everyone and welcome to another episode of Breakfast with Dave. In today's episode, I'm gonna be cooking for you a nice Fiorentina steak with roasted potatoes and a side salad. But before that, I'm a little bit hungry, you know? So I fancy a bit of an aperitivo. So I'm gonna be cooking that for you. I'm gonna be showing you all the steps and everything. And so if you're interested, sit back, relax, and enjoy. First of all, we need to prep the meat. This is a 1.5 kilograms T-bone steak, which is comprised of the sirloin and the fillet. Literally the best of both worlds. How do we do that? We're gonna cover it in olive oil. There you go. Be generous. And then what you wanna do, you're gonna massage it all around it. There you go, just like that. You wanna make sure that every area of the steak is covered in olive oil, and obviously both sides. There you go. Need a little bit more. That's perfect. So you're gonna do that, just like that. This is the sirloin. Look how beautiful it is. This is the sirloin and this is the fillet. So once that's done, what you want to do next is to rub in salt. Be very generous. This is a 1.5 kilogram steak, so you want to be generous with salt. Just like that, and then you're gonna rub it in. Essentially, what you want to do is the salt to get in there, get into the meat. Just like that, all around it. And you do the same with pepper. There you go. Rub it in. Just rub it in. That's perfect. And then you do the same thing on the other side. Big pinch of salt. Rub it in. Get that salt in there. And then you do the same thing with pepper. Beautiful, look at that. Forgot to mention before is that before prepping the meat, you want to take it out of the fridge and let it rest until it reaches room temperature. Once prepped, you want to let it marinate for at least an hour, but the longer the better. While the meat is marinating, we're going to be making a little aperitivo. Today we've got bellini, cream cheese, salmon and caviar. First thing, we need to get the bellini on a tray. Just like that. Just like this. And pop them in the oven for 5 minutes. They've come out of the oven now and we can start assembling them. First thing, we're gonna put some cream cheese on. Just like that. And then a nice piece of salmon, and then a bit of caviar on top. Just like this. Look at that. Beautiful. And here they are, 10 little bellini beauties with cream cheese, salmon, and caviar. Shall we try one? Cheers. Love the pop of the caviar, the freshness of the cheese, and the salmon brings everything together. That's fantastic. Love that. Finished with the aperitivo. That was great, very much needed. Now it's time to crack on with the main course. First off, baby potatoes. Let's cut them in half, just like that, and put it on the tray. Now that we have chopped them all, what we're going to do is to cover in oil, just like this. And then we're going to rub some salt. Well, we're not actually going to rub it, I'm just going to pinch salt on top like that, just like that. And then we are also going to put some pepper. Sprinkle of pepper, just like that. And they are ready. So we're going to pop them in the oven for approximately 40 minutes at 200 degrees, but should be your call. You want them to be nice and crispy, and once they are, you can stick them out of the oven. While the potatoes are cooking in the oven, we're going to make a side salad. Got some rocket leaves, cherry tomatoes, and this is it. Very nice and simple, very Italian style, and very tasty as well. So we're going to start off by cutting the tomatoes. Now that the tomatoes have been cut, we can put some olive oil and a pinch of salt. Perfect. And then what you want to do is to marinate them through, just like that. Beautiful, look at that. Look at the color. That's beautiful. Next thing, grab a plate, put some rocket leaves, and then get the tomatoes on top. Beautiful, look at that. Perfect. And this will be our side salad. Okay, time to cook the meat now. I've preheated the pan until it got roaring hot, as it is now. And so it's the perfect time to chuck on this bad boy. See how thick it is? It requires at least, well, it depends how you want it cooked, but this should be cooked rare, so it should take approximately 5 minutes per side. Here we go. Minutes have passed, time to flip it, bad boy. Look at that, that is absolutely perfect. Look at the color, the charcoal color. That's what you want to get to. Cool, another 5 minutes have passed. Now it's time to let it sit. Like that for another 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes have passed, and we can now let it rest on the board for at least the time that we cooked it for, which for this take was 15 minutes. Time to cut the meat now. Let's start off with the fillet, just this bit, and then we're gonna continue with the sirloin. We are going to cut the meat down to the bone, just like that. And this is the fillet. And then we're going to cut the sirloin. Now, you don't want to do like thin slices, you want to have some nice chunks of meat, just like that. Have a look on the inside. Have a look on the inside. Look how beautiful it looks. This is perfect. This is exactly how you cook a Fiorentina steak. This is unbelievable. This is prime quality cooking here with Breakfast with Dave. Huh? Breakfast with Dave. You can't go wrong with it. Look at that, look at that. Look at this sirloin. Look at this sirloin. It's unbelievable. I cannot wait to taste it. It's gonna be so good. Look at this. I mean, this is the last bit. Perfect. Now we need to assemble this. We are going to put it back on the bone, just like that, and the fillet as well. Perfect. So what we want to do now is to I've got some Maldon salt, which is so tasty. And a bit of Maldon salt on top. Look at that. Be generous. And then a drizzle of olive oil to finish it off. Perfect. Steak is ready. Now, time to get the potatoes from the oven. Here they are. And then we are going to put them on the board all around. Look at that. How beautiful this is. This is absolutely delicious. Beautiful. Now, dinner is ready. And by the way, this is New Year's Eve. And yes, Kelly and I, we are celebrating with a nice T-bone steak, roasted potatoes, and a nice broccoli salad on the side. But don't forget, you want to have T-bone steak or Fiorentina cut with a beautiful Brunello di Montalcino, which is made out of 100% Sangiovese grapes. Cheers. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna have bite of this beauty. I cannot wait. I mean, look how beautiful it is. I mean, it's just fantastic. Shall we? Oh my, mamma mia. Mmm. Just so tender. It's like butter. Just a nice potato. I like the consistency of the potato, the rosemary on the outside, the crunchiness of the potatoes, as well as the tenderness of the meat. One more bite. Oh wow. Oh wow. You've got to try this. It is unbelievable. What a piece of meat. What a beautiful bowl. Laid out like this. Roasted potatoes, sirloin on the side, fillet on the other. Beautiful, refreshing salad. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Cheers.